So I saw this video trending, and you guys also sent me this video. So here we are checking it out. Shout out to the King Squad. Be sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. You guys are the bomb.com. You guys are awesome. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay, 5 times woke celebrities get destroyed by Ricky Gervais. Absolutely wrecked. And we're here to get right into it. So I will give my commentary periodically throughout the video, more so on the back end. Stay tuned for that. Hit that like button, hit subscribe. Let's go.
If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and off.
Ricky Gervais is not taking it easy on woke celebrities in Hollywood, and It doesn't seem like he's stopping anytime soon. The British...
I didn't even know he was like that. I really just haven't paid much attention to him, but hey, shout out to him.
Actor and comedian has been one of those leading the charge against wokeness. But when it comes to Hollywood, he's keen on exposing woke celebrities. Take the Golden Globe Awards, for instance. You won't believe what he said about film executives and directors in Hollywood.
But tonight isn't just about the people in front of the camera. In this room are some of the most important TV and film executives in the world. People from every background, but they all have one thing in common. They're all terrified of Ronan Farrow. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
In case you're wondering, Ronan Farrow is an American investigative journalist known for exposing Harvey Weinstein's sexual abuse. So the fact that Rick says here that Ronan is coming for the Hollywood executives, he's not so subtly saying they're all sexual abusers. And just in case that isn't clear yet, check out what he says in his next breath.
Talking of all you perverts, it was a big year. It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
Yep, if Ricky ever had a motto, it'll certainly be, I don't care. Because not only did he imply these executives are sexual predators, he directly called them perverts, and even dropped some of their movies as promoting pedophilia. Clearly they won't like that, but then again, he doesn't really care. Now moving away from Hollywood directors and film executives, Caitlyn Jenner was also one of Ricky's call-out victims. And it all started when the woke mob came for him for daring to even say the name Bruce Jenner.
I'm willing to learn, and I found out my crime was that I dead-named her. Now, I'd never heard that term, before a day after the Golden Globes, and that was saying her old name, and even acknowledging that she used to be a man.
Sure, Ricky sounds very polite and accommodating here, but in his usual humorous and witty way, he turns around to drop this.
Since when was he like this? I never knew he was like this. I remember seeing him in like movies and stuff. I think he was in that movie Bedtime Stories with the gerbil that had big eyes, and they called him Bugsy. With what was it? Not Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler. Sometimes I get them mixed up. I don't know why. It's like they sometimes can play interesting characters that kind of like mirror each other, but then they are completely different at the same time. Anywho, but I remember Ricky Gervais. I think he was in that movie Bedtime Stories. But yeah, I never knew he was like this. He's just off the top, just bold and a straight shooter. I did not know that. Okay, so shout out to Ricky Gervais.
Truth bomb.
I saw him on the Olympic Games. It was
low-key, I thought he was one of these woke celebrities. Apparently not.
It was decathlete. It was in everything. He was all over the place. Shot put and pole vault. He won a medal. He was famous. He was on telly all the time. But, a big, famous man with a huge... I don't know, but I mean, I'm guessing he's a big... But I've learned my lesson. Now, I'd never dead name her now. Now I know it's wrong. I'd never dead name her now.
There it is to the roar of laughter. Ricky brings everyone back to the reality of the fact that she used to be a man, and he was not going to ignore it. No one else should. But in a brilliant way, his joke here also highlights how silly the term dead naming is. Obviously coined by woke people, Ricky basically is saying here that because someone has transitioned doesn't mean their former gender suddenly doesn't exist anymore. But after all that truth bomb, he goes further to mock and tease Caitlyn Jenner and how stupid he thinks transitioning is.
Fine, if that's the rules, you are what you feel. If you feel you're a woman, that makes you a woman. Cool. I'm not one of these bigots that think having all that done is science going too far. In fact, I don't think it's going far enough. Because I've always identified as a chimp, right? Well, I am a chimp. If I say I'm a chimp, I am a chimp, you know.
Not only was that a snide remark at Caitlyn, it was a snide remark at the entire woke mob. But then, what he did next was a direct shade at dead naming and the ridiculousness of it all.
And don't ever dead name me. Don't ever call me Ricky Gervais again. From now on, you call me Bobo. So...
In a way, Bobo is just reminding everyone that if you want to be called something else, you better be ready for everyone to have a bit of fun with it too. Classic Ricky.
Dave Chappelle also did this. Okay, so shout out to Dave Chappelle as well. I forgot what stand-up it was, but he also, you know, addressed this whole Transformer thing, you know, with the Transformers and all that.
Stirring the pot like that. At this point, it's clear how Ricky feels about Hollywood celebrities trying to get all political. In case you missed it earlier, hear it again from the horse's mouth.
If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg.
So you can imagine how the internet went berserk when he posted a video taunting Hollywood influencers and celebrities who try to sway their fans politically. It was a hilarious satire, but the message in it rings loud and clear.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime, and it makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country. And you don't want that.
According to Ricky, most Hollywood celebrities should just stick to acting, but when they go ahead to promote their own political agenda, which they really aren't equipped to do, they sway their unsuspecting fans. And that's a big problem. But besides that, Ricky finds it absurd that any celebrity would influence things they have no clue on. And so, in one short video, he calls out all the political Hollywood celebrities all at once. So far, he has called out Hollywood actors, directors, and film executives. He's not even nearly done, because he goes on to destroy woke American entertainment journalists. And again, he did it to their faces. At the Golden Globes Awards, I mean, just take a look at how shocked Tom Hanks is.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So, fifth time. So...
But like, that was not enough. In another year at the Golden Globes, Ricky shares what he thinks about the Hollywood foreign press.
As you know, the meal tonight was all vegetables, as are the members of the Hollywood foreign press.
By calling them vegetables, Ricky may have been implying that they don't really do their jobs, or do much at all. But you know how woke people seem to present themselves as morally upright and better than everyone else? Through virtue signaling and other tactics, they make it look like you're not a good person if you don't believe in their ideologies. Well, in the same Golden Globe monologue, Ricky completely destroys all the woke celebrities who act like they're better than everyone else by pointing out a single flaw in their systems.
So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you?
Apparently, Ricky is calling out the fact that these Hollywood stars who call themselves woke are actually hypocritical when it comes to the brands they work for. They seem okay ripping off thousands of other people if it enriches them. And they don't care if a brand exploits workers in their sweatshops. All that matters is if they're getting paid. For woke celebrities who keep virtue signaling, Ricky believes this is hypocritical. But one celebrity that Ricky seems to always attack is Steve Carell. Why? Well, it appears Ricky believes Steve is ungrateful for his role in the show, The Office, which was created, written, and directed by Ricky Gervais himself, and he cast Carell in it. Or maybe it's because Ricky believes Steve is hogging all the credit for himself. Either way, there seems to be some bad blood between the two.
You probably know me as the creator of The Office. No, you don't, do you? You think Steve Carell did it all? Oh, he's brilliant, isn't he, Steve Carell? He's amazing as the bumbling office manager. Where does he get his ideas from? Let's pay.
Now, was Steve being serious with that non-verbal threat? Well, you tell us. What do you think? On one hand, it appears to be banter between the two of them. But this next clip would make you wonder...
He was a jobbing actor, career not going that well if I'm being totally honest, who got his big break when I cast him in a remake of a show that I created called The Office. He's now leaving that show and killing a cash cow for both of us. Please welcome the wonderful Tina Fey and the ungrateful Steve Carell.
Wow. Wow. They're definitely going to try to hit me with that music, so we're going to just mute that right there. But yeah, shout out to Ricky Gervais. I did not know he was this bold at all.
What do you think is really going on here? Is there some bad blood between the two of them? Or is all this just banter between two friends and colleagues for show? Let us know in the comments.
So there you have it. I really did not know he was like that. And yeah, somebody said, bring back unafraid comedians. Ricky is one of the last true comedians who just doesn't give a F what the establishment thinks. Interesting. Who else are some comedians who are just like straightforward and don't really care what the media thinks? I personally think, I would definitely throw Dave Chappelle up there. All right. He says some absolutely wild things. Despite his political beliefs, I do believe he leans liberal, but he definitely like attacks the woke stuff, at least from what I've seen. I mean, I haven't seen everything, but I definitely saw the Chappelle show. But that's not really what I'm talking about. I'm more so talking about like his more recent Netflix specials and stuff. Those are pretty good. Somebody said there's what is it? Ricky Gervais is absolutely correct. And yeah. Every one of us should tolerate woke as much as Ricky Gervais does. Facts. I completely agree. We should all tolerate woke as much as Ricky Gervais does. Okay, that's all for this video, you guys. Shout out to the King Squad, the King Squad family, the King Squad Elise. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who left a positive comment, shares these videos, donates to the channel, keeps me updated in the emails. I thank you all, and I hope each and every single one of you guys have a great and awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.